Okay, I guess like boinking around chords like back and forth. Sure, I could see that. Or fucking MIDI trumpets, I swear to God. Surprisingly relevant song to the way those dinosaurs dance. Back to Glenornor. I guess that's like where this is from in game. I actually do have an SC88 coming, which means I'll have even more instruments to play with the next time I do a music stream. Ouch. It's nice and cloudy today. That's good. That's usually like good dev. Like, I think Monday I was saying like it was all bright and sunny and it sucked. Eventually this screen is going to be so full of critters you won't see the fireplace. I do need to get more critters, yeah. I was trying to get those MIDIs running FL, but man, I don't really know how that works in FL. They would go in the thing. Like, you put them on MIDI channels, and then, I don't know, I don't know how FL works these days. I've only messed with FL Studio 9, and that's just sitting on the Windows XP laptop that requires work to work with. I wonder if... Interesting. Yeah, I just had lunch, right? Like, I made burgers like 40 minutes ago, whenever I was. And I can only describe Gatorade as liquid Jolly Ranchers. Maybe because Jolly Ranchers are probably like crystallized corn syrup, and I assume Gatorade is liquid corn syrup, but there's no drink that like tastes more like Jolly Ranchers but in a liquid form than Gatorade. I think the factory might actually just harvest Jolly Ranchers directly from mines and quarries and just pulp it into a machine that just liquefies it and then puts it in a bottle and like sells it to sports people. Salty Jolly Ranchers. Why does this song end like a minute early? The Jolly Mines, a very misleading place. I usually rely, like, luckily anytime I happen to have vodka, I also happen to just have like electrolyte water or Gatorade or something. I don't even know if that stuff fucking works, considering it's just what, like, water with salt in it. So like at least it like placebos me to feel better after I drink a little. Alright, where's my starting stuff? I don't have too much of an agenda. I just have, like, I want to fix a few more bugs. I got a lot of little stuff fixed. Jolly Ranchers are bred on the Jolly Ranch. The Jolly Ranch is also probably misleading. You probably have, like, Jolly Rancher cows, like, just stuck up to milking machines to get that Jolly Rancher juice out. Where's my... Here we go. So I was messing around earlier. There's actually an encounter issue I have to fix, because, like, in order to fix a different bug, I had to break how encounters read from the encounter, or from regions. Like, physical colliding array regions that, like, sit around the world. And by breaking that, I literally cannot, like, encounter things when you're in a region. So I'm actually over here. It's like, just like how I was warming up. I finally fixed the issue also where I hacked in something so that I can actually fix the issue where, like, sometimes you just don't spawn at where you saved the game. You often would just spawn in a destination. like Destination Zero, you would just always warp to it whenever you reloaded a save. Or sometimes, but now you can like load out of range. But yeah, like I said, running around here right now, I'm actually within this region. I should get a certain encounter table. But it just doesn't want to listen. And I had to like change the step processor, or like the step sensor from the interact sensor due to like how some dumb mutations were screwing tons of things up. I don't even know how some of that stuff got screwed up. It was actually quite impressive. But I think I've stabilized a bit of that. Alright, I already killed those kobolds. So, where I left off, like, before I said, oh wait, I need to, like, eat before I go live, and I stopped to make a burger, was, fuck, what is going on with this thing? Okay, so, attempt a counter. It just does things, and it returns a list of callables, and if it's empty, then, like, what's calling this is going to just do nothing. Or, like, move to a different step. Field debug, player input, right, encounter here, we just... Okay, no events happen, like, we didn't step on a warp, we didn't do anything, nothing happened, so we can actually just test for an encounter first. And, if that does happen, then... just send out that, like, we have things that are supposed to happen. Broadcast tasks, which means the field processor catches a task list based on the input of a bunch of stuff that happens. This is fitting coding music, I would say. So, alright, I don't think this matters, because this is gonna, like, run 100 million times, like, every step. Just to, like, feel out where I am when things happen. Yeah, so there we go. And I think this is a simple fix, it's just I have to find it. Because it's related to how some collisions and collision layers are set up. We've got the step sensor here. It should be only listening to... What are we actually here? Hold on. Watch this just be all it was, and I just, like, woefully overestimated this. Well, I didn't even think it was hard. It's just... Yeah, like, region... Should this be here? Okay, so I put step sensor to also listen for regions and not just interactables. Okay, well, I have to, like, disable that, so... Okay, no, we still are not... I guess I knew that we weren't also, like... Because you could see zone down there. I moved the encounter table. Or the counter, like, thingamajigger to show, like, when you've got something coming up. And... Motherfucker, why do we not work? That is a keyboard. I did tweak up the keyboard. The keyboard... now, like, does this. And you can, like, press B and A and whatever, and you can also, like, L and R to go between things. Happy. And you can erase the happy. But none of that matters right now. I have to fix this. This is annoying. So obviously, like, for the overworld, I need regions. We need to, like, control encounters in specific areas, because otherwise, bad things. You can't just have the whole overworld be one encounter table. Doesn't work that way. But why does this not work? Meanwhile, what the fuck are you all procrastinating on? Step sensor, collision mask, exclude parent law. Shouldn't be apparent. Enabled. I don't think this should be enabled. Doing some pixel art at the moment. No, procrastinating on pixel art. shouldn't need to enabled. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. Even though I have, like, 2 ways I could do this. Because, like, I basically only want it where the region sensor, or rather the step sensor or whatever, is, like, processing once every step at the end of the step, because that's how we, like, say, like, okay, what tile are we on now? What are we actually, like, doing? What are we doing referencing here? Why does it feel like the sounds just cut out for a moment? Draw. That's irrelevant. If area is player. Here's the question, are we even sensing anything? Hello? I want to keep that. I want to stop the test encounter every step, though, because that's annoying and fills up my debug stack view thing. Here we go. Check encounter region below. This is like what's supposed to do a thing. Yeah, here we go. It's region sensor. We are feeding in the correct sensor, I believe. I could just double check right here. It shouldn't even matter, but like, I have to do this correctly anyways. Whoops. Okay. Region sensor, what are we? What physically are we right now? Okay, well that's just the list of these. Region sensor, okay. What? Huh? Wait, what? Step sensor. Region sensor, huh? I must have split region and step at some point. Why do I not? Who are you? Yeah, okay. Okay, no. I don't think it's working. It better not be working, actually, because this is not correct. Then again, the thing is disabled, so, like, maybe the other side is not able to do the thing. Oh my god, it works! Oh my god, it's the sand golem who is way overtuned for this area. Oh, Flamingo doesn't actually have a name here. Internally, at least. Oh, cool. Fire breath. Hey, is the golem also gonna fire? Oh my fucking god. Oh wait, no, that's poison breath. Why is that? Okay, well, here, Wend. Guard, Wend. Can you survive? Tremor. That's a lot of damage. Curva. The golems remain very balanced. Yeah, I don't remember anything about the golems in the one. I think by that point I ran away from them. I ran away from like every enemy in that game. Well, this is good though, because that means that this works now, which it was supposed to work, and now it wasn't working before, and now it does. The greatest thing about this is a deterministic randomizer. So like you could do like this. If you're doing a challenge run for some stupid reason. See, clearly now you could just restart the game and now you have another 24 steps to get to where you want. And then you just do that over and over again just to make sure that the encounter override is working. Yeah, okay, so like this is in a different mold. Or table or whatever. I do want it where if we attempt the counter, we're also going to, like, what is it? RAM is here. Encounter table, I want to store that away. That's not what's supposed to happen. That is too much text and does not explain or help anything. Oh, right. Right, because that's taking the encounter, that's not taking the zone. I'm a stupid face. That makes sense, and I hate it. Which means I would have to, like... The encounter table needs, like, some kind of way to have its own string. Which means I should probably at least, like, prepare for that at some point. Yeah, pretty much same. If I can't one-shot it, I run. Coward. I'll just have to make it harder to run from enemies in 2. Or maybe you'll finally get, like, the Brave Blade to go along the Flight Claws. And the Brave Blade will just be that much better, and the Flight Claws will fucking suck. I don't actually know how to, like, pick out a name for an encounter table. ET, and then there's kind of, like, no way for me to really mush this in. Encounter tables, obviously, like, they just store their own bits of data, and just a bunch of encounters on top. Well, that's, like, one bug fixed, which is great. I don't have to deal with that now. Oh, I might break something else, though, so I need to, like, go back to this interaction thing I did. Player... I don't want step encounter to actually interact with regions. That might actually cause problems. Because it might be like you walk on something and then like it tries to do a thing and it breaks and everything sucks. Just no clip. Okay, that's still not broken. Good. I did like set something up in here. Here, wasn't there that one room which is like different to this, but like also has like a collision issue? Fuck! It's they! With a party, it should be a little easier to plan around battles. Yeah, I mean, you won't get like thrown up against like 7 war mechs or anything. I could make you have to fight 7 war mechs. Let's see. Orders of power. Well, fuck, I kind of finished that a little too quickly. I was expecting to have to sit here for half an hour trying to figure out why this wasn't working, but I guess it's just gonna fucking work now, so here we go, I guess. Fix, encounter, region, fuck up. Not doing things. Dragon Gaming Real. Wait, they're not Wendoodles. What did you do to Arwajil? Oh, Arwajil's channel's over there. I said Periite. Oh, Periite is facing the right way. It's like this screen that I actually have the stream like visible on and like what's actually capturing Vipers and everything is like 5K, and it's hard to see anything if it's small. Like this iMac has somehow become primarily the the stream machine. It really helps that the webcam and all that is like built in, and it just kind of like things are working. The only thing is Apple does not apparently know how to like make transparent backgrounds. Power resigned me to AI prison. What is this, Crash? Oh, I completely missed the, like, smiley face concern. I don't even remember what that was in reference to. Display X server X11. Well, no shit, it's in Wayland. What is this? Hello? Exit to menu field. Hello? Oh, I forgot to remove that part. What? Where do I put that? Oh god, why do I ever use print? Always use print debug. Okay, here we go. That was just checking to make sure things worked. Well, like I said, it might be an ASMR stream because I might pull in some sound effects and like start like some placeholder animations just so they're all allocated and ready to go-ish. And like just so there's something, especially for trailers or whatever. Like, one thing, I know Poison currently, like, points over to... Let's see, this is Breath Poison. I believe it's pointing to the fire animation. I fucking hate double-clicking mice. Yeah, this is Root Fire. I actually want to move this over to Root Poison. Why is it that, like, every RuneScape song is a circus song? I guess RuneScape is a circus game. This is gonna make Crash, like, talk about how the retro gaming market is, like, gouged. But I, like, heard the... I know nothing about Monkey Island, but I did hear, like, the, like, title screen theme, and I was like, oh, this is good. And, you know, they're like, always like, yeah, like, it sounds correct when it's using the MT32. My god, MT32s go for a lot. Like, not even my SC88 that I ordered, like, went for that much. Unless you get, like, an SC88 Pro, and it's, like, getting shipped in from Japan or something, and you still have to also get, like, a down converter or whatever. Like, my god, that is, like, $340 for an MT32. It would be a cool thing to, like, compose for, but I don't have quite that much composition money to throw around. Then again, it's all a, I don't know, company write-off, so... What? What do you mean it's a spell? Oh, poison as the spell, right? That's different from breath poison, which is a technique. It also... What is the odds of poison happening? It's... not here. Also, that should be protect breath poison. What the fuck? Is fire just have a poison chance by accident? Fire has a poison chance by accident. Oops. I think I stupided. Poison, not poisoned, past tense. Okay, poison skill. Yes, that, like, is one target, costs a spell slot, and guarantees the poison. And I suppose something has to be kept in mind is, like, having enemies that are, you know, actually hard to hit physically. Like, where poison would actually be good, and that way we can, I don't know, do the thing called, like, having status effects and having, like, strategy in combat, and also things like matters. Especially if it's a slow enemy. A slow... bulky enemy that's like very resistant to damage physically or whatever would be a very good target for something that does DOT, because DOT is based on a mathematical formula that includes how many ticks happen since their last turn. So an enemy that is very slow moving is kind of a sitting duck, and every time they finally get to act, they just take a fuck ton of damage. Tonberry. Imagine there is just a Tonberry enemy that just approaches the screen, and by that I mean, like, just scales up every turn until someone in the party just dies. Poison skill, poison status. Yes, please use the correct thing. It's like a 4th chance to poison, which means likely someone in the party would get poisoned if they were getting poison breathed. Oh my god. So, like, let me make sure. Okay, so I am now pointing to poison scene. What is the color of this? This appears to... Okay. In the animator, what is the color? That is not correct. Breath poison. Yeah, it's actually using the fire color. Just give it like an ugly purple. Purple is the color of poison, so... You can only think of 2 games that do that, and they're both done in RPG Maker. And when it scales just enough, it stabs the player and flees. In a way, Tonberries are a different kind of bomb. Yeah, like... They don't necessarily always, like, get more ready to boom until they, like, explode. They just... Tonberries just approach, and usually it's like a DPS race, but the DPS race part is like... your damage versus them just approaching rather than like them consistently doing damage. Bombs usually like softened you up. Oh, God. Okay, so okay, well I have one turn to test the skill, and then the golem moves. So somewhere around here I have poison breath. I don't know if it's called poison breath or or if it's untranslated. It might be. I thought I breath poison. So it should be like purple, or it'll just do nothing, I guess. Okay, that works too. Ah, there we go, and everyone fucking dies. You know what though? No one is wearing armor, are they? If I actually, I'm curious. If I, no, like it's gonna be, I don't have actually a way to like force enemies to act as a player. But if I like give, oh right, I have to like change that too. Suppose I give Wind armor and like I make his defenses significantly higher. Is like that fire breath still going to do a lot of damage? Okay, well. Now everyone has to guard because the... Well, I don't even... I mean, really, you don't get, like, fire resist is the thing. But I want to see if the jump... Oh, okay, or he's just gonna do nothing. Fuck him. Well, one day I'm gonna go ahead and, like, get around to just making it so you can override all enemy scripts with player AI. That way you can actually just forcibly use one of their skills as a debug player. In a way, Tom Berries are... Oh, wait, I read that. The end. Yeah, it's hard to see because of the debug menu, but like right now the game over message is just Curva. All caps. Curva. So why did this not play correctly? This is stupid and dumb and I hate it. Oh, I also have to like kind of tone down that particle effect. Those particles are not meant for poison, they are meant for fire. Splort. Oh, right, there's two effects. I guess we like use like little bubbles or something. Which one is which? I could like, yeah, like make those into circles real fast. Like I have a couple of geometric shapes, and a lot of the times geometric shapes are kind of like what we get to use for the sake of simplicity. So like here I could go in, I could just change these real fast. Whoops. Peaceful RuneScape musing to add poisoned to. RuneScape has a poison status effect, right? Like that's gotta be a thing. There's no way there's not. Like, cause that combat is like your damage, you take damage and the HP goes down. So like poisoning someone is really good because that's like the other half of the status. Okay, yeah, so the animation's just not playing. Also, holy fuck, that was extremely strong. Oh, because there is no breath fire. I need to, like, maybe make a note of that. Like, have that, like, deliberately spit out a debug error that's more obvious than just sitting in the corner. Because I was trying to call fire breath when it was not fire breath. It was poison breath, and I might have fucked up here. Oops. I'm glad I spent all this time, like, investing in just setting up all these debug tools. It makes testing so much faster. So, like, this should play an animation. Okay. Alright, and we'll just do, you know, 3,000 damage to an enemy. At level 1, mind you, at level 2. I don't really need that. I think I just need this. Maybe, like, less of that and make it, like, slower or something. Oh, yeah, like, I could do, like, 7? And see how, like, that, like, work. What the hell? Now it's, okay. What was doing that? Yeah, it's kind of random. Whatever. But yeah, if I just hide this, or kill it altogether, I suppose, why not? I actually can, like, keep this here, though, is the thing. I can delete the FX here, but I can, like, reuse this for another, because, like, again, we reuse the templates. So, like, this is, like, this can be a poison skill template, and we could just have a bunch of, like, assets that are used for poison skills, and we load this in, but we also give it a reference to an animation that, like, can build off of those components, and some are hidden, some not, some get used, some don't, depending on the skill used. And then if I really wanted to, like, self-modulate, like, obviously I can't set this here because I have to, like, go into the full-on combat skill editor, quote-unquote skill editor. It's really not. It's kind of a mess over here. So I gotta try to use it as little as possible if I can avoid it. It's like root poison. Root poison, and drag that here. And edit children, and spit animator, and I think this should, yeah, and then we can see here. So like here I modulate the sprite because it actually has reference to the sprite now. I could just give it a color. Save that, and then remove it so I don't have to look at it. Burning is basically poison anyways. Well, it depends. I mean, poison could kind of like give you a burning sensation on the inside. Like your blood could be fucking dying. Or like stinging kinds of poison. I need more squishy sounds though, that's for sure. So this is where the ASMR part of the stream comes in. Wave, whoops. I don't think I have anything loaded in here for that, so. Let's see, like this is a fire. Oh, yeah, like some of them are also like fully built in, and then they just get cropped in animations. Is this the fireball one? Of course it is. Why would I not have that one in here? The kind of poison is called venom, but acts like a corrosive acid. Rainwing venom is like all over the place, as I understand it. It's like basically everything. Rainwing venom is like one of the most overpowered venoms in the world. Oh, did I put impacts in here? Oh yeah. I remember hearing this when I was like digging through a few earlier, and it sounds so close to that like sound when you enter, what's it called? Bowser's Arena in Super Mario 64. It just plays really fast 3 times. I don't think that this is actually that sound. I don't think they like went and made that into a sample, but it sounds so close. I think it was, I wanted like one that was like slashing though. I think that was one I was searching for and I didn't find. But like I had 2 bludgeoning sounds. Maybe that one was also like, that's more of a whip though. Well, that's like there to be funny. And then, oh yeah, I have like that like common like scare sound is in here. That's just Crop and Cloud 1's death sound. Okay, that's like other part of the ice. Crystal Cave. Name me like one video game that does not have, that like has a cave but doesn't have a crystal cave. Every single game has that. Absolutely every single one. Assets, audio, SFX. Alright, what the fuck was it? Okay, poison. Guys, what's poison sound like? I've never been poisoned before, as far as I know. Then again, I do drink a lot. Crystal caves are very cool, though. It depends. There's like some Final Fantasy mobile game that someone sometimes tells me about. What are you doing here? And has said like the and then you fall down and die. Explore, kick. Oh, could you imagine if I just like among the sound effects in this game, I just like use like random just oof sounds and like human voice sounds like ow and ugh. Like, you just attack a Vine Viper, and then you get, like, the Doom sound effect. An enemy dies, and you just get, ah! Age of Empire 2's ping runs. Fizzing sound, bubbling. Bubbling is usually what I hear. Like, if you, like, recall, like... I remember, like, playing Ruby and Sapphire. Sapphire, to be specific. I didn't have Ruby. But... I remember playing that, and the sound of, like, poison in that game, I remember I was, like, poisoned in Lily Cove earlier that day, and then later on I was thinking, man, the sound of poisoning sure sounds like boiling mucus. I was, like, 8 at the time. The ducks in Terraria had a small chance of, instead of making duck sound, just be a person going quack. I mean, when I played CTR, you guys saw me show the US's version of Penta Penguin, where he just says Penguin Yay 1 and 2. This is like one of the programmer's voices. I actually have like this like library of sounds from I don't remember who or where, of like just apparently they like recorded a bunch of sounds the same way anime sounds got recorded back in the 80s and stuff, like messing with tapes and a lot of vintage equipment. So they got like you get like some wacky weird like ooh future magic sci-fi anime girl music or sounds. Those are mostly useful for when you need something abstract, I find. So right, bubbling. That's an airplane. That's not bubbling. If we could get like a fizzing bubbly, that might not be terrible. Who's this adorable goober on the top right? Oh, don't look at him. He's AI. That's bad, right? That was like a creature we were trying to lurk with. It was like a diegetic thing from our Arrow project. Just haven't like gotten around to messing with it. I was thinking about writing a simple Godot app where he like integrates to Twitch somehow and people can just fuck with him. I haven't gotten around to that, but I haven't like... I don't think it'd be terribly difficult because I saw there is an API to like just here Godot do like Twitch stuff. And I could just basically like the same way as the Viper is overlaid, I can just like slap that on the side as another program to be recorded. Computer, generate dragon. It probably doesn't even look like a dragon when it comes out. But that was like one we were playing around with. Who just woke up? Oh yeah, I could see that now they look at anything beyond his face. It's just kind of like... Oh, I can't pull him out, right? I have to like... pull him over here. It's a... Oh god. The hands look awful. Oh no, this is just a test, Joodle. Like... We were figuring out what this creature's gonna look like. He's not actually AI. The only reason it looks weird here is because the hands are cropped, whatever the hell. We were thinking like, there was a couple of inspirations we were looking at. One was like, see, I know Sparky was one. Oh, who the fuck else was there? There were a couple. I know the hands like were because having like big hands and done by Pyrai. I don't know how to read that. Is that Pyrail or Pyral? Because like the I and the L's look the same. But yeah, that's basically concept art. I am an AI. Look up Argil in a search engine and you get Argil AI. This is true. This is actually true. Like, hold on, what was it? Like, Argil AI or something? Like, yeah. Generate engaging AI videos. Get a perfect video for social media if you are a generic avatar in 2 minutes. What the fuck? Why are you... What? First result. If that's not true, that's impossible. Leverage the highest performing before me. This is all cut off. Develop your brand with AI UGC. What the fuck is... Oh, user-generated content. Educate or become the next big creator. Guys, we're gonna, like, teach you how to make a... We're gonna use AI to teach, where the AI doesn't, like, know things. But I always describe it as, like, the AI is, like, the biggest Dunning-Kruger guy you've ever seen. Where it's like, I absolutely know what I'm talking about. And then, like, once you bully it a little bit, like, then it just loses all confidence. AI video doesn't have to be boring. Well, you're not exactly setting the best precedent. Hey, you know what, though? That's not true. Like, let's be honest, like, I wouldn't describe a lot of AI videos as boring. Like, they're deliberately insane, right? Like, that's like what gets you to click it, is because they're deliberately insane. Like, you have, like, two cats, and they're fighting, and then, like, a fucking volcano erupts, and just out comes, like, liquid chocolate. Like, that's like, AI's videos are deliberately meant to be insane. I'd say more unhinged than boring, yeah. I'd say they either have batshit insane or horribly sloppy. See, in our days, our, like, Sonic Finger family videos were made by real people. They were made by, like, real random Vietnamese sweatshop kids. And we had Sonic, and he got, like, drunk and, like, ran over Amy. And it was true organic material. Or a cat eating mud and then having ants crawl out of a gaping hole in its stomach. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is, like, the Finger family stuff, like, got not shoehorned. Like, it gets, like, blobbed out by the AI stuff. There's too much now. We had people working to make Sonic Finger families. Now you can, like, press a button and all the, like, drunk Eggmans just come out. Oh, right, poison sound effects. See, I don't even need to, like, generate sounds or anything with Magic AI because, like, I have so many fucking sounds. Like, it's not even about, like, generating AI. I'd say the hardest part is just finding the right sound because we have so many fucking sounds. There's, like, over 10,000 sounds in Sound Idea 6000 alone. And then you've got Hanna-Barbera. You've got... What's it called? The Simple Days of the Joker doing drug deals and female Spider-Man executing a knocked-out combatant. These sound less like bubbles and more like toilet water. When will we get Content Mill on our stuff? Yeah, guys, like, why haven't you guys made, like, Finger Family Wend? We were over this yesterday, if I recall. Where's Finger Family Wend? Where, like, Glist is, like, walking across the street, and, like, Seppa, like, runs him over. Like, she's, like, wasted, right? Or, like, Bezel or something. And then, like, you cut, and here's, like, baby Glist crying because, Glist is dead, and Glist's, face is just on the tombstone. And it's like the smug, like, mugshot, the, like, neutral mugshot expression. So it's like, what is it? Glist. Like, it's this one. Like, her face, this is just on a gravestone. Baby Glist is crying. And Daddy Wend over here, which, by the way, this pairing would never happen, is like, sad, too. He, like, becomes a raging alcoholic and sad. And then Baby Glist has to grow up and get revenge on, I don't know if I have the strength to do it. Even just imagining this utterly destroys. I guess we could use like Gleevil on the on the gravestone. Clearly, instead of like doing a Hydra Place game jam, I just do like let's just all like make finger families of our own content, and let's make it popular with the kids, so that all our fucking stuff becomes nostalgic to kids, and we make billions of dollars when we start releasing like, oh, you know, like here's Chirax HD and Crop and Claw 3D and stuff. Alternatively, Baby Gliss finds out Gliss is cheating on Daddy Wen with Bezel. I hate this scenario so much. Like, guys, this is the play. And you know what? Because like remember, like as it said in like Mike streams or whatever, all those kids are gonna grow up to be U.S. senators. So you can like probably like, hey, we'll pay you off with nostalgia bucks if you like shill our product in Congress or something. They're all gonna be Anthro two-legged walking. Yeah, they're gonna be stolen like play-shape models or something, and like they're gonna have like pecs, yeah, abs. It's gonna suck. Everything about this is gonna suck. Oh, and Diz like just appears sometimes as like a random like ice cream salesman or something. And anytime like a character, guys, I'm literally in the Hanna-Barbera. Hold on, like laugh. Yeah, like sometimes you just like hear a character laugh like that. Because bear in mind, they use the same sound libraries I have right here. Like, this is it. Like, I don't know whether or not they actually have Sound Idea licenses. I imagine they don't. Can I like find... Yeah, I'd never heard that one in Finger Family. I feel like you could have heard some of these, like... Now it's just a fucking cursed ghost stream. Right, this is like evil Bezel, like, as he's, like, cheating or whatever, and then, like, the kid's, like, sad and, like, screams. And then, like... And then like the house catches on fire and Bezel like saves him, and then he just accepts Bezel as the new father. And Wendy's just there in the background getting cucked. You know, if I just like went all in on this stuff, I'd probably like actually be able to subsidize the next 10 years of game development through Twitch subs alone. Oh, we're in the bubbles now. It's not lacks impact. We're dangerously close to... Are these sounds coming through or... Oh, are they not coming through? Motherfucker! Motherfucker. I just sound like a complete fucking idiot now. It's alright. Let me just like go over here. Figure out which one of these. Oh god, that's really loud. Oh god, oh god. I just saw like a beep. No, you haven't been hearing anything. I'm looking at the capture card right now. I have to like figure out which... Oh, no. That's just the beep. Oh, that's like the sound of me pushing this over to... So if I do this now, will VLC... Okay, I need like VLC to like not be a piece of shit right now. I need it to like output to the correct... If I can't hear it now, which I can't, then that means it should be trying to feed it into here. Huh? What the fuck? The sound of psionic damage. This is important, like, streaming content. I have to make sure that people can hear. Okay, well now it could be good. How loud is that, by the way? Is this, like, awful? I have to, like, maybe start by turning it down and then turn it back up. I also needed to, like, output because I literally cannot hear it. Sound of Sonic. No, I hear like a slight sip sound. Like that. I see it, I can't hear it. I need to like... Sounds like someone's sloshing around and say, okay, what matters is that it's heard. But why can't I hear it? Hello? I'm the developer. I need to know what sound effects I'm putting in. I'm also like leaving it here, like just doing this, and that's probably driving people mad. I need like a quick sound effect. That is not quick, actually. I need the opposite of a quick sound effect. Monitor only, mute output. No. Like, I can't hear anything. I don't even... Why is this not working? How terrible is that, by the way? Is that, like... I legit do not know what this sounds like. What happens if I just ignore this real fast, and then... I wish it would, like, go... Like, can't I audio split this? It sounds like stretching rubber. I feel like that's not good for Poison. This sucks. Why can I not, like, hear it on the iMac? I want to hear it. OBS is set to, like, audio output it. Why does nothing ever work? Okay, I'm gonna, like, deafen the entire fucking room in a moment to see if it's really quiet on my end. I have to, like, pause this for a second. Oh. I just realized I was muted the whole time. Is this deafening to people right now? Yeah, like, I'm just, like, struck. Now I can't feel oh, God. Oh, God. And I can't, like... Okay, so maybe I need to, like... If I could just make this airplane sound, someone pulling a slingshot making a plane crash. That is some hella terrorism right there. I have to, like, do this. I have to, like, get it so I can hear the audio and people can hear the audio and, like... Oh, that's me. Hello. I'm, Viper. I have to basically turn my Mac up, but if I turn up the Mac, the music is going to deafen me. So... For the moment, while I, like, sift through these sounds, I'm going to just have to pause the music, unfortunately. So that's fine, though. Bubble gag. How about this, like... There's so much bubbling here. One of these has to, like, sound good for a quick, like, Poison sound 1 or 2 or something like that. So, like, that's... Buzz cartoon, bubble fin, bubble lava. Okay, like all these. Well, that's more like a rumbling. That's not too loud, right? This sounds like a Miyazaki swamp, but like in a cartoon world. Like Pajama Sam goes to a Miyazaki swamp. That has nothing to do with bubbles. Oh god. These like... Oh, wait, what was that one? Hold on, what was that? What was that last one there? That one is... Maybe that's a bit quiet now, maybe just a bit louder. Oh my god. Like this one here though, like... I can see it in some contexts working, depending. It still lacks a bit of impact. Hey Pops, this thing work? No, obviously it doesn't. 17. Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah, like I was also kind of thinking that, but I am gonna drop this one in real fast. I think I can use it for at least something. Don't want the internals. I want audio, SFX. I don't have like poison. It's impossible to sort like anything for the record. Poison 0. And then... This sucks. Welcome to ASMR stream in the worst way possible. I might as well just actually be eating a sandwich right now. I wonder if this counts as piracy. Like, is Craig from Sound Ideas going to, like, shoot me in the head? It's like a boiling, poisony sound. What the... This sucks. That one might work. I hope... I don't know which one. I don't even know what the delay is. It's not music, so I think you're safe for now. Well, there was, like, what was it, Latin Auteur or something? Like, did DMCA strikes on cricket stock? Like, cricket noises? Like, if you do a joke, like, haha, funny joke, and then you play a cricket noise, and like, that's, like, apparently enforceable or something. I should just change the topic, or the, like, game I'm streaming from software development to ASMR. I could, like, see the fluids escaping a bottle. And it's, like, a color I can't describe. Well, let me try this real fast. Poison. Root poison. Let me just, like, pop in here. Right here, I could just, like, cut this up real fast. I want to see how this squeak looks. Yeah, good enough. Technically, this swoosh here, though, is too... Like, that's icy. That's cold, right? So I don't know if that works here. And also I need a second channel because of how this might overlay. So I'd have to, like, go in here and I'd have to... This is, by the way, like, one of the best things about Godot, actually, is it has a very good animation system. Like, it's very visual. It, like, lets you even call functions from within the editor. I would have to steal it if I wanted to do video game. Or if, like, I wanted to do my own engine. Which, who knows, like, with the AI slop and, like, flooding GitHub and stuff, I could imagine that ended up having to be a thing. Why are we not doing the thing? Hello? Do I have to, like... My guy, why are we not playing the sound for? SFX0, SFX1. We are on the... It's like the same channel and everything. Hello? What are you breaking? Speaking of music and copyright... Ah! Remember when I said that the music had to be really fucking loud? So that I can hear the sound effects coming through here? Well, I just played the music. You could probably have heard it through my mic. Okay. Dance of the Undead. So why is this not working? Oh, right. I was using... I think I just don't get to have music whenever I'm messing with sound effects. Okay, sorry, no Dancing Undead yet, I guess. Why does that... Something's like all fucky here. Hello? Wait, what? Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, so I could just use that as a temporary, like, secondary breath or whatever. So run around circles real fast, get a new counter, and do tech. Good enough. I do need a real quick, like, put in... Do I have death? Combat animation key die. That gets called dynamically, so... Combat... What is it? Like... Sprite? Entity? What was it? Entity? No, it's not. It was combat... What the fuck is it? It's a combat something. Those are the players. They always exist. Is it just in combat animation? No. Where is the die function, or, like, thing, or stuff, or called? I also need to, like, put in a sound effect for damage real fast. Okay, well, now I'm not working with sound, so... Oh my god, let me click the right... Enemy view is what it's called. Right. Die, and then... Wait, what? I think that's just not getting invoked. Okay. Okay. I might actually have to, like, implement combat, or, like, status effect animations. That might be what's going on. Let's see, common. Decrement status turns, no. Make status remove event, no. Attempt status remove, make status apply event. It should be somewhere in here, maybe. Await creature, add status. Oh, man. It works differently when you're a player, though. So maybe I have to be awkward. I have to like check if the player, if it's like a player or an enemy that's actually having this happen to them. The animation can play first. If we actually are like... Oh, we don't even have context to the combat. God damn. Can I see when we apply this? I don't think this is actually going to work because of how the combat stack unwinds, but... let's just kill someone. Right, so what happened here? What happened up here? Here we have combat. Okay. Prep one target. Okay, I could do this. Here I could say, like, okay, what are we? Is this a player or no? Like, if you're not a player, we're not gonna, like, animate a certain... But that won't apply. That is... Okay, that is still kind of weird, though. This is kind of gonna be fucky. Prep status animation. Wait, we literally have a function called prep status animation. It's right here. To do use status animations rather than pop-up. I just never implemented this. Pop-up for temporary debugging. Okay. This pop-up should be replaced with a single call all status animations. Right, we translate whatever the status is, and then we turn the pop-ups. Well, okay, so I have access to the status here. Let's see what I can do. Let me take a look over here. Persists, no. Hide, priority, behaviors, assets, combat animation key. Okay. I'm gonna cheat for the moment, because I want enemies to, like, actually start having, like, the impact from damage and their death sounds and stuff. Like, I need to start putting sound effects in, especially. Because sound effects, like, once you start adding sound effects, that's where a lot of chunk in the game comes from. That's where a lot of, like, good feels come from. So, if I could, like, get that in sooner than later, that'd be better. So I could say, like, if it's just not a blank, then we can't really do this to players because of how they work. Sounds add so much of the game and suddenly feel like it's real. Yeah, like, you have a dragon, like, just scream, and then, like, there's no sound, it sucks, but then, like, you add a splart sound effect there, and it makes a lot more sense. Combat animation key. So I could say I do have to, like, T creatures and targets. All right. I could... Right, targets gets fed in. This is gonna... Okay, so this is gonna apply to every single one that actually got hit, I believe. This is interesting in that it returns only one... Oh, wait, no, right. No, what? Prep status animation. We are going to actually be doing something different. How do I want to do this? I'm probably just going to play one by one for now. Pop-up message entity. Right, this is where I think there's like a lot of logic, which actually like says like, okay, let's find the combat. Well, no, wait, hold on. Don't I actually... I want to say that I actually have a function which will automatically grab a creature and like immediately return whatever their like physical world entity is, because these are located in different places. Prep combat animation. I just don't remember where this is. It might... Okay, let me get back to this. So, prep combat animation. This is not what I'm looking for. Although, no. I would have to actually like, implement that differently. Well, hold on, actually. Where? Combat enemy view. Right, so... Prep combat animation. Target. Animation ID. Is this actually it? Probably what I mean is param ID to exist. Is this animation player on the... Okay. Target node. Target view, rather. It's the canvas item. Okay, I actually have a function that literally just does what I'm looking for. Where I could say, like... if this is here... I could say... Prep combat animation. Target... Combat... Well, T, rather. I'm gonna do this for one by one, I guess. Is this return an array or just a single? Oh, this returns with a single. That's very good, actually. It's kind of annoying, though, but, like, okay. Calls. Callable. I'm doing some stupid bullshit now. Anims. Prep status animation. And then I am gonna have to like consider like, well, is the status gonna actually do a thing, or is it gonna just rely on the player's thing? Anims. Anims.append. And we could pass in this preparation. Status ID. Right, this is application only. There is the case of like immunities, but I think that's handled elsewhere. I think by the time we reach this point in code, we are explicitly asking for something that happens on a success condition. So playing the animation still works. Which means maybe instead of this, I think this was supposed to be done so I could play everything at once. But I don't remember exactly. Maybe I play anims. Whoops. Funk play animus. Play anims. Just throw that in. And, stupid callable in anims. I just want to, like, see if this works. got call. Here we prep everything for one character with the status combat animation key. Whoops. Anims.append. I guess this would actually, like, need to... this is getting stupid. I could make this even cleaner. Hold on. There... do stuff real fast. Actually, rather do anim. Okay, I understand now. I'm actually going to do a map. I'm actually gonna like have both these handlers set up at once. Creature, void. Ignore that. I'm gonna pat this here for now, just so I have it. And here I can just say like, okay, here you're gonna do this. Right, and now we have scope for both of those. And I could copy this over and I could do this one, which is the version which is just gonna use pop-ups. Do pop-up. And then I could do that. Because like both of these are just doing mutations. And then I scream at this not working. There we go. Good enough. Well, I don't know about, like... whatever. That's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is this fine? How did I want to do this? I wanted to... do I want to... no, I do want a map. Yes, I want a map. So I could say, like... targets.map do anim. Because I don't care about what returns. Nothing's going to be returning. I'm actually just doing some internal mutations. And then targets.map.do pop-up if it's empty, and that'll make it act like normal. Right, okay. And then this actually does matter though, because we're gonna have to branch at one point. So we could do the map and then we return that. Otherwise, we return play anims, which will carry the scope of like the anims actually up there. When you think four-dimensionally, it like this looks strange, but it makes sense once I'm like piecing things together and like figuring out what I'm doing. All that I need to make sure is that whatever I return is going to ultimately just be a callable. Because that's what is going to be injected into the system. Technically, I have to allocate these both, but whatever. In theory, when someone dies, they get one combat animation key die, and then that should play instead of doing the pop-up, so it would be different from like Poison. And later on, I would be able to do other things too. And I could make override animations, or just make death an animation. So in theory, I should be, this like should work, and I say that, but you know, that's never happens. Ah, I'm about to find out. Wow, it works. I didn't expect it to work. Add status if me. I don't remember why I had that breakpointed. That might have been a mistake on my part. Well, not my part. I've never done it before. Yes, like everyone fucking dies. There we go. Now, this case, I need to have a special case where if it's a player, we just don't do that. Because players don't die the same way. But I should be able to kill everyone now. Oh, that looks so cool. Full heal. That should have everyone, yeah. Yep, so by way less threatening enemies, by the way. Just, okay, or I'll just miss. Damn, I was going for the poison, too. Okay, let's just, I don't know, acid splash someone. 0 damage? Gliss fucking sucks. Frost breath, sure. I want to see, like, damage go into killing. Like that. My god, I'm level 4 and these Vipers still are so heavy. This is why we don't have... Batter Ram. I want to see the, like, turn rearrangement. See, like, this is, like, yay, again, like, a situation where Batter Ram can actually, like, delay someone's turn for other players to go first. Or kill them, that too. I did notice that the delay went after, so that's something I have to watch out for. That might actually cause a bug later. Don't talk such rot, Lamau. You saw it yourself, Radiant. Well, that's nice. I know that, like, death works now. I need damage to also play a sound real fast. Do I want damage to play a sound? I don't want it to be too impactful. I mean, I guess it's going to be anyways. Where does that happen, though? Creatures, commands, that's simulating stuff. Prep status animation. Right, so I think it's like around here, I think is where I had the pop-up. Yeah, pop-up entity message. All right. Yeah, I don't need to. I mean, Final Fantasy doesn't actually do a pop-up sound whenever damage is ticked. I don't need to do that. That and I just don't want to do that. Because, like, I would have to, like, say, like, hey, when you do this pop-up animation, you also need to pass in a sound effect. I could just not do that and it'd be better. Let's see. Well, let me like throw that in real fast. Just because now I've got that working, I might as well. Like, add death animation on status, apply. Easy. I do need, like I said, I do need to make sure though that it doesn't affect players. And specifically ones that, like, should not affect players. Combat animation key. Because, like, remember, like, when you have a dead player, you are supposed to be able to target them. Like, for specific attacks, like Resurrection. That's why I have to make sure they're visible, so you can, like, actually see what you're doing. Dead can dance. Oh, it's dead can dance, like dead are able to dance. I read that as like the can was dead. So let's see, I want to like at least have this ready to go with like branching. I don't want to like, it's going to be impossible for me to find this code again otherwise. So here I would have to check like, is the target creature, like, supposed to do an animation? Would it be targets player or ignore player animation? I'm going to leave that as an error. And I'm actually going to close everything else. Because I have goldfish memory and can't find things. Combat cam, combat instance. Nope, I have goldfish memory and I can't remember what I was doing. There we go, I was looking for the death status. Or death status, rather. Do that, do this. Animations, assets. Export, where? What did I write? Ignore player animation. I might as well have an enemy version. Ow, my neck. My neck still kills me. This goddamn couch is going to be the death of me. My spine is probably sitting in the worst positions imaginable for many hours at a time. Okay, that and combat dot. How the fuck do we know what character we are? Messages, variant. Oh wait, that's a creature. Which, right? Is that? No. No, the variant is the message, right? Okay. Combat. This is the root. That means I'm in the, like, what's visible. I need to cache this, actually, so... Combatant map. Combat dot... What was it? God damn it. Make this go away real fast. Go away. What are we doing here? Fuck off. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Combat. How do I get this? Is it common? No. Oh my god, just give me my fucking auto-complete. I'm gonna have to dig for it myself. I don't feel like waiting. Because somewhere here I have a mapper. Oh god. Oh no, we're in a recursive fuck up. Terms, combat UI, utilities, is it? Nope, that's for editor stuff. Combat UI. It's not in combat here, no. Get active combatants? No. No, that's get active combat. Get creature view pair. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, you'll compile fine when you stop bullshit. Oh, we literally just do this down here, too. Right, we had to because that was how that thing's set up. Okay. There, okay. So I could just say, like... That's not what I wanted. That's not... I don't want that. I want the teams. Teams. I'm a fucking idiot. Which means I actually do teams. Get teams. Can I have both teams? Do we have both teams as an option here? All combatants? No. Just combatants. Oh. So I could say, if status ignore player animation. And teams dot, no, teams combat team player. Or rather, I could do T in. I believe that's like some syntax sugar they've got these days. If ignore player and T is in, blah. Kind of goes off here a bit. Team. Ah, damn it. I was hoping I could cheat, but I can't. It's annoying. I hate it when my things go off. This is too much nesting. It makes me scream. If ignore and is a player, yeah, we just do literally nothing there. We actually just break. I'm half expecting this to break into Banjo-Kazooie music. The internet died again. Seems to have often around 10 p.m. local time. Is your router like... If it's like... Is there like a specific like reset time it maybe has set or something? That's like one thing I can imagine. Status, ignore player animation, and is a player, then we don't do the thing. Otherwise, we lazily copy and do the opposite check. Enemy animation and enemy. And then we click and open the things. Just break again. I think that should work. So now, like, it should only do the animation if the player is... I forgot to set the thing on death, didn't I? Ignore player animation. There we go. So in theory, like, the players should just disappear. Like, they should just become transparent. So let's have Wend kill List. There we go. So we got the Evangelion ending there. And yeah, so that happens. And then if Diz kills the Golem. Ah, that's so smooth. I love that. That's great. I do have to fix this twitching that goes on though. Like the animation timer is like all weird or something. Why do you? Because you make it too easy, Radiant. Okay, now I can like apply this that oh whoops, I think I already have this here. Branch, death, animation, if not player, whatever. So now I've got like selective choosing on which team actually is affected by that. I guess I could do like that as a mask and that'd be a little better. I'll deal with that later though. What time is it? Hour and a half. I've gotten a couple of like little things that I've just been forgetting about that I'd done. I'm gonna go make some green tea real fast and restore my poor throat before that becomes a shredded nightmare. I will be right back. I have no keys to jingle, so try to not get distracted, I guess. BRB green tea. With honey, mind you. I was afraid I was gonna like not make it in time to. I finally got around to cleaning the cast iron. I had just enough time to do that while the thing was microwaving. Stream done. That's it. I'm watching Jobel. I haven't seen Jobel on in a while. Can't wait to see what shitpost he's currently working on or what country he's gotten himself lost in this time. Yeah. It sounds like sneaking music. Yeah, I just noticed him show up suddenly. Where was I? Wait, what? Oh, that's the wrong mouse. I was like, why is my thing not working? Alright, it's because I do that. Okay, so, right, okay, right. Back to ASMR, wasn't it? I still have no idea how people find streamers. Like, I can't imagine being the kind that, like, actually just looks through the stream directory and is like, hey, who's here? Who's, like, the front page or whatever. Like, I've always just, like, stuck to the only, like, same 5 people, if that. And then, like, once in a while, someone will come in here and it's like, yeah, I, like, saw you from, like, a thing. Oh, no, Joel is actually streaming. Oh, as of an hour ago. I'll have to catch up then. Goddamn. Best way to find is find hosting. Yeah, that's, like, one way you could do it. Yeah, I didn't even notice he's streaming. I'll have to rate him if he's still going when I'm done. But usually I like watching streams from the start or like at the beginning of a segment. So unless I'm like really luckily timed, I usually end up just waiting if it's more than like 20 minutes or something. Also, I noticed Drowsy does not have a status entry, so I want to like throw that in here real fast. Why is this Drowsy? See? Yeah, we don't have a Drowsy entry. I don't like plain text editing CSV, even though I very much could do it. Skills? Species, summons. There's a lot of like internal stuff that is just starts with the letter S. Status, here we go. Status, Drowsy. Drowsy. Status, Drowsy. Short? I don't even remember if we're using shorts. We might not be. Oh, well, I mean, Doll is up here and has shorts, so maybe. That's mostly because, like, if a long status name is a thing, you may have to do the, what's it called? Oh, put something down your mouth and there you go. It's suddenly your voice is like revitalized. I should just like actually use the thermos I have eventually. I'm so glad that it's finally warming up. I can have my window open. Oh, well, I love like the cold and all, but like one thing I hate is when it's too cold or too hot, I can't have my windows open. And I hate feeling like I'm breathing the same air for more than a few hours. I always want it to be like nice open windows and like let the breeze in. You know, there's like trees and shit out there. And it shoots like good chemicals in your brain or something. But if the windows are closed, I can't get any of that. We're probably gonna have pollen come in here and all the pollen's gonna get into my power supply and blow it out. All right, so sound. Right, what other skills are there? I want to get basic impact working. I need to like have basic impact animations too. Those are sounds. Here comes the wacky pizzicatos. So like basic attacks, defend, flee. None of that matters really. Kill all. I should like make a. Usually at night it's fine. Same with. Though the apartment's way too many people to be air polluted. Yeah. Like when you're deeper in the cities, like it probably doesn't make any better. You probably have to like listen to city noises too. Animations. Where are the animations? Here we go. Combat anims. Mechanics die. That's in CNC Common? Really? It's in CNC Common. Okay. Impact. I'm looking for impact. Okay, here we go. So impact is probably going to refer to like some basic attacks. Maybe I should call it physical? Like physical. And I'm going to have to start copying in... Oh, can we do this? That's nice. Let's see, where am I? CNC Common? Combat animations. Oh god, no. DB. What? Oh, it's not. It's an assets. Right, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? It is an asset, technically. Everything's an asset, though. Like, game engines kind of, like, make things hard to tell what anything is. Copy. Please do not move. Okay, here we go. So I can have just a physical route that like has a bunch of common like bam, boom, hits. Like one will probably need to be a slash, and then another will probably be like a bludgeon. I could use just like a rectangle or something that just kind of... I should make it where if you crit, like there'll be a flash on the screen or something. Because we don't really have like the same way we did it in Croppet Claw 1, where damage was like its own call. And it would like also couple with the animation, and the animation would branch based on whether it's a miss, a hit, or a crit. Like that's not really a thing here. First off, let's remove this. Because that's not really a thing we want here. It's not a frost. I should look at, like, maybe chaining animations, too, but that's kind of complicated for how this setup is. Wow, you know it's a desert, because here's the Kodo coming out to play. Oh. Did we actually leave off on D when we did RuneScape last time? I feel like I remember Dragon Tooth Island being played. Man, I lost completely. I feel like I made the like same desert references the other day. Anyways, Sprite. Sprite 0. Let's make a new animation. This will be like /0 or something. Start with slashing. And physical. /0nm. More effects and all that will make him feel all the better. Chaining is always good because, you know, then you can like just kind of mix and match. Because with Godot's animator, you can like play animations as like a part of an animation. Or like part of the animation as another animation, like nested animations. It's a very good system. I do like Godot's animation editor. It's just too bad I can't like make it myself. It would be funny to do something like RPG Maker's animator, which is like more command based, I think. Like you had to specify like which frame does like what sprite sheet or like what entry or atlas or whatever. You know, I was playing with it a bit last and really liked it, at least for sprites. I do wish I could just basically make my own mini engines, RPG makers, and stuff like that. Like Cropped Claw 2 was originally going to be something like that, but I found that I was working with too many things at once, and it was just complicating it too much. At some point I could do that, though. Okay. Let's take the... I'm gonna like use sprite 1 for a square, or maybe more like a rectangle. Actually, yeah, rectangle. No, square. Okay, whatever. And this is gonna be like relatively small. And the intent would be like you rotate it a bit, and then you like swoop, and then it like fades out. Maybe use like a gradient, and then like later on we might like slap a little impact slice on it or something, or maybe change it to a sprite. I'm not sure how it would work. So it'd be like 45 or something. Maybe like slightly less than 45, like just a teeny bit here. And like maybe like shrink that a bit too. I probably shouldn't be doing this while rotated because that vastly complicates things. Let's make it small. Like it's a basic slash attack. It's not gonna like be that crazy. That just swung it upside down. That stop doing that. Stop. I'm gonna hide the circle. Don't want the circle here. So this animation is gonna animate sprite 1, which is just set up to be that. Position. For this, I would like to move it around just a tad. Really, I should like upload it like here. And then like maybe go down here. Because remember, the enemy's gonna be like up here. The center is actually like the bottom center of the enemy sprite. If I can avoid like having to color the enemy or anything, I'd love to do that, because then I don't have to worry about some bullshit. Something I look outside, I see a lot of squirrels running around on the top of the trees. And that's so fucking horrifying. I feel like any like wrong movement or like the gust of the wind and you will go flying off and like splat. I guess if you're like engineered to not have to worry about that, it's not as big of a deal or something. I wonder if there's some cool particle effects that could be done for this, actually. Maybe not enough that I care about, though. Right, so... transform. Want this to be quick, so Let's make it half a second for now. That is spinning. Please don't spin. It's probably not going to look quite natural the way that is set up, but... yeah, like it's kind of weird, but whatever. Color. So it's like easy here too, at least, because I can just like let it sort of fade away. Like, another thing, too, is, like, I could have it so, like, there is a dynamic trail. That way it looks fancier, but... I think at that point we start having to look at sprites. I imagine some of this stuff will end up getting replaced. So here, maybe, and then I just set this to transparent. And it's like... sound. There's one sound effect channel. That's all I need for this. So I think these are 2 impacts. Alright. Like, neither sound quite slashy. I was curious and apparently helped that squirrels are small enough that they don't really get hurt from falls. They just have fall damage resist? Or even immunity? What, do they fly? I don't hear it. Oh, right, because the stupid dumb bullshit. Not really fast either. I need to like speed that up. It also kind of like seems too soft. But if I drop this down to like, you know, 2 maybe, like make it snappier. Too snappy there. Have to trim this so we actually get the start play event. Right, and then cut that. The sound gets a little cut off. Maybe here it'll be fine. It's out of sync. Whatever. Diongo's Little Helpers. Okay. So that sucks, but I'm gonna work with it for now, because I just want to, like, see things working, and I want to, like, see that there's stuff moving around on screen more. I don't need to go and put this in for per character edits, so where am I going to, where is this? This is combat anim physical. Ah, that's right, though. Target animations like per scene. That makes it weird. Christmas music. Oh, it's like Diongo RuneScape Santa or something? /0. Why is this still Root Socks Frost? Oh, wait, no, I didn't change the name, right? Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll fix that right now. Root Physical. So I'm gonna make a child of this. Root/0 because awkward bullshit that I'm gonna have to deal with. Oh, whoops. Okay. Here, open. Open. Yeah, so just keep that /0. /0. NM/0. I probably should be passing something else in so that we can just dynamically link up the, like, which target animation is too, so I don't have to do the inheriting thing. So now skill.skill, so I can actually get skills and not other things. Claw can have this root. Physical/0. Hug? Oh god, I guess hug would be a bludgeoning skill, wouldn't it? Tail would also be a slash, which means Diz can easily test it. Tail. Tail. Alright, let's see how that works out. Alright, Tiz, are you ready to go smack someone in the face? Or, you know, the entire party can nearly get wiped out by a single attack. Okay, Glist is going to do that now. What? How tail? It's way too high. But the idea is there. So maybe I should, real fast, just go about and put this here so I have a sense of scale. No, don't look up TCN. That's fine. It's all the same shit. Enemy. Yeah, so like that's way off. Talk about random internet outages. Did your internet just die? How are you speaking to me? Though I'm guessing it, like, was just a blip. I hope it was just a blip. Okay, so, animation, reset/0. I am gonna have to adjust all of these things here. For a bit, yep, just came back. I get that every now and again. I can't wait for it to happen more. So, right, okay. A lot of the sprites are usually this size. So it, like, serves as a good, like, measurement or estimate. Where's the transform? There we go. Dupe. Oh, like, do this. So I could, like, clue this in a little bit. Maybe shrink this down, too. Can I afford to shrink that down? Okay, not that. Just, oh, God. Can I, like... Oh, okay, that works. So we can do that, and then I want to mark this just in case I moved it, and then swoosh, I said. So you could just, like, sling through. Maybe instead of being all the way over here now, I could move it to be somewhere a little, like, sensible. So mark that position, and then still a bit. I'm gonna, like, sacrifice some of the attack to make this more instantaneous. Still also not really a slash with that angle. I guess I could afford to just, like, tilt this a little more too. So it's more like, yeah, it's a little closer to, like, the actual trajectory. And then it just teleports over here for some reason. We have, like, two things. Okay, want to switch this with that, and then just delete this. So that should do its job. Get fucking slapped. Yeah, I need to find a proper slash animation or something abstracted that, like, feels like a slash. I'd have to look at, like, how they typically sound in, like, your average Dragon Quests or Final Fantasies. Although I think they use... Dragon Quest particularly, I think, uses a lot of standard sounds for physical attacks in the, like, NES and SNES games. I don't think they're very complicated. They could be wrong. Like, whip and stuff, I think, is actually, like, a very distinct animation because whips, like, attack multiple... I love it when that happens. That is not the animation. I fucking idiot. /0. Why are we using... That still looks too big. Like, that looks like the old one that I just saw. My God, what are we doing here? Oh, I didn't save it on the actual... Right, okay, well... To shrink this down some more. And... I hate animation. Oh. No, I want to do this in the root, actually, because then that'll affect all the others. I'd much rather have this affecting all the others. Wind Punch. I am going to do a Bludgeon in a moment, and those will, like, have... Those ones are easier, because, like, they're just deep, bassy hits. If you have, like, some deep, bassy hits, that feels more bludgeony. Or if you have, like, whatever. I could do Crunch for Bite, too. Like, just use that stock bite sound. Alright, so that one, this time I've, like, actually modified the original scene and not, like, a child of it, or, like, a instance version, so let me see if that comes off any better. Tail. Yeah, and I'll have to, like, adjust the trajectory, too, because that was also something that changed. Or not trajectory, but, like, the rotation of it. Just kind of... just a bit. Could have done it mathematically and I didn't. Yeah, like that's more. Wind punches when takes 2 damage. Yeah, honestly, probably. That is a very, like, lean wrist he's got. Okay, so that's progress. And just, like, pick better sounds and, like, tweak up the graphics later. And for this one, I could barely get it over, like, the music and everything. Fuck. Root physical, so here I'm gonna want to actually do it here. Sprite 0 can serve as this. I'm gonna mute Sprite 1. I do need to actually, like, set this so that Sprite 1 becomes visible, because I want a lot of these to be default off. And the resets to be about not being visible. Which I very much hope means that, like, Sprite 0 here I can set. I'll do that later. Bludgeon 0. Right. Visible. Hold on. Default off. Here, default on. Good. This should be off. Might have to go back and fix that later. Because knowing my luck, it's not going to work the way I want it to. Okay. I could do, like, Wham, which might be funny. Like, sort of a diagonal smash. But I could also just make it a simple circle smash. By that, I just mean like... I don't actually know how I want to do this. As said, we'll probably just use... I'm curious. I actually want to see. I think these are sprites. What I'd like to see... Oh, right. YouTube's a bitch. Just do it this way. I want to see, like, what Mother Sprites looks like. Combat-wise. I just want to, like, get a quick look at what the impacts are like. I mean, obviously, we don't do the music system, but I do want to get a quick... Interesting. It's actually just shakes and one like real fast like power frame looking. Dude, no one fucking can do that. Dude, shut the fuck up. No one can do 16 combos. No one fucking does this. No, no, no. No one Mother 3-4 hits. No, shut the fuck up. Dude, you're lying. Actually fucking a liar. No one does this. No one's ever done this in the history of forever. Oh, everyone could hear the music and stuff. I can't hear it. I've gotten that like a 10 once. I think I got a 16 like once, and it was like, I think during this fight actually, like Mecha Drago. But I don't remember. What a gamer. Yeah, this was me playing Mother 3, and I just got 4 hit 60 combos. This was me. This was not a YouTube video. Thank you for showing up to my speedrun. You know, donate to my my Skype. Definitely me, not some guy on YouTube that I just quickly pulled up because I was looking at something. Yeah, so like smashing is just like real fast. And I assume that was probably standard, so it's just like pow, 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 pow to the rhythm that no one can fucking do correctly. I believe it's actually harder, like, because again, the only time I really played Mother 3 to completion was... How long ago was it now? It was... I want to say 2008 or 2009, and I was playing it on my PSP. Because the PSP was like one of the best Game Boy Advances you could have at the time. And obviously you couldn't just have a physical copy of Mother 3. That was just not a thing that you had at the time. True gamers named Lucas And, yeah, and the thing is, emulation, I think, was not... I think emulation had too much latency or something. There was, like, a weird thing with Mother 3 and emulation, where the like, syncing of the attack to the music is not right. Maybe it's better now, but, like, you couldn't, like, get it to land correctly on time with the beat. And that's assuming you could find the beat, right? I could never find the beat. It was always, like, something else. So, yeah, there was always... I don't like that they're, like, trying to light a fire out there. Like, that's the thing, too. I can never understand, what are you syncing to? Like, what is it that you're actually trying to find? Like, is it the bass? Is there, like, a specific instrument that you're trying to, like, sync up with when you hit? And it's like, pow, 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 pow-patty, pow, pow, pow. And there's, like, some, I think, like, what was it, the Strong Enemy music or whatever it was, like, is apparently, like, notoriously difficult. Or Natural Killer Cyborg, I think, or something like that. I was never really I'm sure there's, like, some really neat mechanical, like, explanations on how Mother 3's, like, rhythm thing works, but I have no hope of, like, figuring it out without, like, some deep dive reading. SFX0. You know what? Like, while I'm actually thinking about this stuff, maybe I should look at some other games real fast. Just real quick, like Final Fantasy VI. Didn't the PSP also really have bad screen latency? I don't really know. I was not good at video games. I imagine for like combat gameplay or something. Like, I imagine there's some of that. Do I want, like, just give me the Super Nintendo. I deliberately want the simple classic-y stuff. World of Ruin, all bosses. I just want to see, like, what happens. Someone please just attack. No, don't do Blitz. Come on. God damn it. Boss series. Okay, this shouldn't be so bad, right? Okay, like, you're at the beginning of the game. You don't have shit to do other than attack. Right, so, like, that's one where it's just, like, a single vertical slash. That's some pounding. That's just steel. Slash. Pow. So maybe I could, like, have, like, 3 circles just pop up. That might not be so bad. Just, like, 3 circles that, like, suggest bludgeon. That one would have been, like, the slash that I was thinking of. Some of these are, like, very fast. They're, like, 2 or 3 frames, or, like, a couple frames of transitioning. Like, rather translating, like, one position to another. I always, like, the way that, like, it's like 1 frame where this, like, does a weird jump. I never, like, I always felt like I always felt that, but I could never tell what was actually going on. I can't, like, move by 1 frame to see if I could, like... What the fuck is happening there? What, is it backing up? It's like the sprite... Oh, it's glitching! That's what's going on! It's like readjusting the position, like, from, like, like 24 or 16 by 24 to, like, 24 by 16 or whatever, and they're, like, the offset's all fucked up. That's what's going on. You know the gif of smiling friends with the exaggerated impact frames? I think every attack should be that. I don't know anything about smiling friends other than I think, like, a YouTube guy did it or something. Comma and period move by 1 frame, I think, in YouTube. I don't know if FreeTube has that, does it? Oh my god, it does! Oh god, that's great! Oh, that's so useful. That's actually really good for, like, what I'm doing right now, where I'm just trying to, like, feel out what other games did. That's funny, though. I was like, what is going on there? And I was like, right, so it's literally just, like, the offsets not, like, doing things. Because you have to, like, change up, like, what sprite you're pointing at, but I guess they decided they're going to change a frame after they had changed what the object AEOM is. I believe that's AOM nonsense, at least. Or, like, say, like, Dragon Quest 5 DS for something. I guess 4DS, actually, because I'm looking at the DS anyway, so... Otherwise, I would have looked at the Super Nintendo, which, actually, the Super Nintendo is more comparable to what we're doing. SNES? Like, just give me some quick gameplay here. Preferably actual combat and not, like, an hour of overworld. Right, you, like, hit. Okay, like, so it's like pew, 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 maybe some flashing, then it just disappears. Some flashing, yeah. Okay. Smiling friends, impact frames. Oh my god, does the show actually look like that? Oh god. That's, like, nigh unwatchable. Oh wait, no, I'm sure that's a joke. That's gotta be a joke. Or at least an exaggeration, rather. So, yeah, like, maybe, like... What I'll do... So, like, this should cover... Right. We're in 10 space right now. I want to switch to 8 space because sprites are usually designed with 8 by 8 in mind. So I could do like pow, pow, pow or something. You know, the impact frames are meme minute. Yeah, I figured. This is interesting too because, like, at least with the way that it worked in Final Fantasy VI. I don't know if it was the same here. I think it is just... Like, this is interesting. The animation isn't that far from what I'm doing, where we can... Okay, right here we can, like, have one object, like, proper sprite or whatever, and then just, like, move it. And we call that an animation. It looks like there's multiple, but there's actually not. Let's go back to Final Fantasy VI. I want to see that again. Combat SNES, giving me that boss run again. Now that I know I can actually do these, this actually helps, like the dotting back and forth. So wait, who's getting tusked? Oh, you just went and blocked it. Thank you. For the record, Radiant, this is one reason you should play Final Fantasy VI. Like, one of the first boss fights is literally just... You get to play with, like, 12 Moogles or something like that. Like, 11 Moogles, and also a guy. Let me, like... Give me, doink, doink. Right, so, like, this is, like... Okay, we just have, like... a 4-frame slash, and then you pop the numbers. That's why I'm not bothering with audio, is because that's actually comparable how Final Fantasy does it. It doesn't really play sounds when you do damage. I think Final Fantasy 3 did. I am very easily getting into that music, I can say that much. How much of that is going through? And don't wait until you finish Final Fantasy 9. Play it at the same time as 9 by multitasking. That is how I play games, and it's part of why I never finish anything. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are not terribly difficult sprites to make. Someone has a bludgeoning attack. I want to see that one. Like, frame by frame. Oh, let's see the potion animation. Oh, it's... I forgot that potions are bubbly. It's just like giant bubbles and then sparkles. I think was this the bludgeon, like, started, like, over here? Oh wait, that was literally a bludgeon happening right there. Right, I think it's also, yeah, it's like mostly the same, just that these are more animated than Dragon Quests. Where it's like they spawn a spark. Seems like they have like 2 sparks at once, 3 sparks at once, but they are bouncing around either way. They go for a lot more spectacle with Final Fantasy VI. Granted, I think Final Fantasy, or Dragon Quest V was like during the Dragon Quest, or the Final Fantasy, like, 4 and 5 era. Which would have been, like, a little more simple. Who are you? Do you have combat here? I can see. Yeah. I see some hits. I want to see some hits. Walk forward. Oh, you're gonna... Okay, that one doesn't actually... Oh, there is a slashing animation with this. I didn't actually know that. Forgot about that. Can you please attack? Okay, attack. What are you gonna attack with? Okay, you're defending from the guy. Punch? Okay, it's a slash. Surprisingly more elaborate slash. Punch? Slash. Okay, yeah, you have a sword. Final Fantasy in general tend to go for spectacle more than DQ, yeah. Gilgamesh Bridge. Oh, is this the Gilgamesh? Oh, Battle at the Big Bridge. Yeah, it is. Play 5 RPGs at once, understand none of them. The production value has exploded. Yeah, 6 is very spectacle heavy. Just out of curiosity, though, let's see trigger combat. I want to see like what this maybe you could say is. Let's just grab a quick boss here. This one I think didn't really do as much because you have a lot more physicality. like characters are right next to each other, so I think it's a lot more slashing, and I don't think there's as much like direct. Look at that, like that's how that animation system works mostly. A lot of the times they just run in and they like make enemies play animations. And so I don't think you see as much of that. And you obviously them. Chrono Trigger's got like some of the best, I'd say, like quality in regards to like production, like presentation and spectacle with its stuff. Like this is nuts. Like this is like things moving around the screen. But this is very interesting to actually like break down frame by frame, because we can see how like they like obviously a lot of the spectacle is in the like complexity of the animations, is in how characters move and like what their current sprite expression might be, like how this guy will like change animation or like change which like expression they're in. Those are like the main elements I see, aside from like special effects, right? Like when I say special effects, like you say like X-Cross, where they're doing some more like complex rendering here. Like this is, I don't know, like I don't want to say it's like specific modes or if like there's some special chips being used to enhance it. I don't really know exactly what Chrono Trigger's hardware looks like. But like you don't see a lot of this in like even Final Fantasy VI. You don't see a lot of that. You see some like weird transitions and effects, but you don't see like dynamically drawn shapes a lot of the times. Like that's like something you would see in Game Maker, like someone would probably go and do. And there are some other effects like that, but you don't really see a lot of that. But I guess a lot of that ultimately boils down to, yeah, I could just like say placeholder a circle, and then later we could just do like, here's like one frame bludgeon look, and then just kind of like warp it around for like 5 frames, and then there you go, that's a bludgeon animation. So I could like spawn here, mark, whatever. And let's say I want to have this happen, I should probably use hit 0 as a measurement. That's animation, go away, audio. Now that I know that, like, I could just, like, fucking press comma and dot to, like, move back and forth. That's so nice, like, for just quick referencing of, like, how something is done, or, like, animation-wise, in this kind of format is really useful. Double and triple checks in Tropical, let's go. In theory, it could be done. Not really though, because of the CTB system. The way it works in Chrono Trigger, obviously, is like it's based on who has their ATB gauge filled as to who can do things. And that includes double and triple, where everyone who is involved has to have their ATB gauge filled. Obviously, CTB is different. There is that one funny thing where Tidus's final limit break has another party member throw a ball, and like who it is random. I don't remember all the specifics, but I guess that's like funny. Shrink that a bit. And we'll have to like pick out better sounds later, but I want to have like something to go with for now. So I could say like, okay, so now we're 10 seconds in. This is weird because like, yeah, we would have to like, this is not so much tweening, right? This is popping around. So I'd have to like be very quick. Huh? What? Didn't I move this? Yeah, like 1. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. Mark that. Oh, right. Fuck you, I guess. Okay, let me, like, move things around. This is awkward, yeah. There's going to be awkwardness no matter what. It's just like, which awkwardness do we want to deal with? So we could say like pow, and then immediately do the thing I was trying not to do. That one's going to be like up there and kind of large for what sprite we're actually dealing with. So that time, now it should like, you could tell it's moving because lazy, but, and then like pop here, mark it, one teensy tiny jump later. And, I do like the idea that we could just get away without fading if we really wanted to. Common dot is a common shortcut to do frame-by-frame advancement on a video. It even works on YouTube. That's like one thing that sucks. I see you're using Godot 4.6. Is there a Portmaster runtime for it? Wait, so is that how you found me? Like, is Casper, like, from the Portmaster, or did you, like, stumble on Blue Sky and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? Because, like, I'm the guy that's, like, supposed to compile Godot 4.6 for Portmaster. I'm just currently, like, busy doing this and other things. I'm here from the Portmaster Discord. Yeah, like, I'm the guy that's supposed to be, like, doing that. Because, yeah, I first class support these handhelds. Pyro doxed by Godot version. It's true, I am John Godot. Dragon Tooth Island. Oh, dragon. But yeah, I'm gonna compile 4.6 and then I have to do some extra work for C# versions. It's complicated and annoying. Like, the reason why I can test on handhelds is because I have my own 4.6 build. 4.6.1 just released. I haven't updated on here, but that's going to be compiled. Because, like, I hope they fix the fucking translation issue that I had, where, like, compressed translations just didn't work. Okay. Pow, pow, pow. And then, right here, just stop being visible. That looks stupid, but I ain't the one that's doing it, so, like, we are gonna have to go back and, like, fix up these. But I am interested in seeing, like, how these blockouts look and, like, work. And it starts to, like, make the rest of the thing come together. I made a silly little asteroid clone for my 35XX SP using Godot 4.5.1. Yeah, the 35 SP was the first device I found, like, a little over a year ago. And I eventually, like, went to Portmaster, and I was like, wait, can I actually develop for these? And I brought Crop and Claw 1 onto the handheld. Originally it was Rocknix with the SDL build that you can't redistribute because the guy makes very questionable decisions about their licensing. But yeah, Crop and Claw is just free on Portmaster. You can literally just go on there and play it. But you should also buy it on Steam so I get free money. Here I am, like, providing all this Dragon content TM. And, like, the guy that did the tutorial for, like, porting Godot games to those handhelds in the first place. I'm also the guy that ported Sniff Journey. Or Sniff Adventure. No, Sniff doesn't get journeys. That's Zid's thing. Pow, pow, pow. Can I, like, shorten this? Alright, okay, there we go. So this is root physical, and I should be able to duplicate this. Like, bludgeon 0. Bludgeon 0. This particle animation with the sprite of the enemy flashing and or shaking, and it'll look fine, I think. Yeah, there's a couple of particle animations I use. The fire ones are a little more refined, because that was, like, a base I was testing for visual effects. It's still not, like, good, It's just like I said, it's basically just some pre-made shapes. Like I just have like a triangle, I have a square, I have a circle, common shapes, primitives that I could work with, and then using Godot's like 2D layering systems and it's like fancy like you know, like we can actually make some really cool special effects if I really wanted to. I haven't been getting into really fancy effects because like it's not really you don't see fancy effects until like late game, right? Like you don't see a fake 3D pyramid shape that renders over the screen until you're like at the final boss. Like, I think the Dark Matter spell is funny, because, like, that's, like, what it does, is it's, like, it stops the combat rendering, give or take. It's just, like, it pauses everything else, and then it just starts drawing on fake 3D shapes. I don't know, like I said, I don't think they're using any... They may not be using, like, special FX chips of any kind on the cartridges, but they might. I'm not sure. Because you don't need, like, the Super FX chip to draw 3D shapes. Like, you can do that in software. It's just really slow. Which, for something like Chrono Trigger, which is turn-based or whatever, like, then that's not really a problem. And Mode 7 is, like, built into the console. That's just, like, one of its things. This is an early game song, isn't it? I recognize this song. Like, this is, like, one of the first areas, I assume. It really is hilarious that, like, RuneScape has so many songs, and a lot of them are, like, multiple minutes long, and the, like, acres, quote-unquote, are, like, I don't know, like, you pass through them in, like, 30 seconds or less. Assuming you're not, like, fighting things. What's the name of it? It's just called Dream. Like, this sounds familiar. I remember this song. And like I said, I did not play a lot of RuneScape. I only played like 5 minutes of it or something. It was during Halloween in whatever server I played. And I remember there's like a Ghostbusters thing, and it had like a janky trumpet MIDI Ghostbusters. And it was like... And it was really bad. It felt like something Joel would have made. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that MIDI is just straight up, like, ripped and put on that, like, Ghostbusters CD he made and left in New York. Oh, animation. Path between the starting castle and the village to the west of it. Yes, that starting castle kind of is indicative of it being at the start, then, yeah. That sounds accurate. Copy path. You ever wonder, like, why is Crop and Claw 2 taking so long to come out? This is why. It's because it's a lot of, like, getting into the content part of development is where things really start to slow down. But I also think it's like, it is when the game starts to come together, because you get, like, the first part of it done. Like, you get all the infrastructures in place, and now it's a case of, let's block out some animations. Let's, like, make things not instantaneous. Let's, like, have paced stuff. And, like, here's sound effects. And they're not good, but they're there. And now it's, like, you start to see, like, what the game looks like. Maybe, like, what Pokemon probably looked like 6 months before it was finished. That's what I'm hoping the demo ends up going to be, is, like... I would love it if we get the demo. I wanted to get it in February, and then, like, a lot of shit has, like, been piled onto me this week. In fact, I got something I do for later. Not this week, this month. I have no idea when we're actually going to get to, like, release the demo. And I'm also, like, dealing with the music aspect as I learn music, which I'll probably do a music stream when the SC88 gets here, and I, like, make sure that I'm feeding audio in correctly so everyone can hear it live and not just through a sound font. I'll probably be messing with Reaper that time. So, let's see. Bite, hug, hammer. Can I have a hammer? Oh, weapons. There's gonna be some weirdness with weapons, isn't there? Because, like, weapons don't really have... Like, weapons aren't things. There's only items. I'm gonna have to think of how I want to. Well, no, that's not actually a big problem, right? Like, hammer. What's a hammer? Don't I have like a? Oh no, it's just combat act and okay. Well, combat act is actually I think like that. Yeah, combat act I think is if you actually use it, not actually like swing it like a weapon. I do have to consider how this works. Maybe it was technique? No. When equipped, character has access to this technique, so that's different. I will have to deal with weapons at some point to like figure out how I want to do that. In general, I need to mess with weapons to see if I can do something where basic attacks will maybe do something more like Final Fantasy, where the damage formula might take from the weapon and not like just the stacked up stats that it gives. So that's why it's not you're like attacking with two weapons and like the sum of both weapons come through. I don't think I want to see if I can do that, and if I do it that way, then maybe I can make it where weapons can have their own like skills properly set up or whatever. There's some weirdness to this. I'm gonna have to like think this through in terms of the animation side of things. Oh, I didn't fuck up. Oh wait, I fucked up. I can't actually do that. What was it? All right. Hug. I think hug was one of the skills that I set to bludgeoning. That's too big. That is not right. That's not gonna. Why is that so big? Hello? Sprite 0. Animation bludgeoning. That's very strange. I guess I could just mark that here. Not animating it, I just want it to, like, be a thing. Oh, well, okay. All my friends are dead. Time to hug the fucking flamingo. Okay. Yeah, that feels give or take like what you'd see when you Final Fantasy and stuff. Natural attacks. Like, I suppose the default... No, that's right. Everyone has a different natural attack. Because, like, natural attacks, like, sometimes it's claw, sometimes it's bite, sometimes it's, like, tail, sometimes it's hug. Like, snails get hug. I suppose hug wouldn't really be... Hug? I should make hug just, like, a squishy animation. Like, hug, they just get, like, pancaked. It would be pretty funny. But that's fine. Right now I actually have put in, like, implement basic physical attack animations. Alright, poison I did earlier. What are some others I needed to do? Smoke is one I don't think I've done. I know I started smoke. I did it as a tutorial for how to make skills for Argyle in terms of animations, and then I don't know if I, like... I don't know if it was correctly implemented, if I made everything gray. Oh, okay, yeah, so I just made a placeholder. Okay. Smoke. Oh, that's root poison. Did this one not do sound effects? I think I might have made this one from scratch because, like I said, I was making it for a specific purpose. Oh. What the hell? Oh, it's doing that thing. Start from the... Oh. That's why. Yeah. Right, okay, let's see. Smoke. Just some smoke real fast, because smoke is terrible for how it will cause you coughing, and coughing prevents you from spellcasting, which sucks. It's really bad, and you don't want that. Root smoke. Breath smoke. Wait! Did I actually implement the feature that I was talking about I need to implement later? Dot skill. Assets. No? No, I didn't. That's weird. I just closed that. I can't close that. I will forget what it is. I don't even know why I've referenced to modulate here. That might have been for, like... You don't really need to color for this one. Let's give it a gray. Offset, animation, visibility, modulate, just kind of like gray it out a bit. And here we go. Right, so it just spawns in right now. Fucking warnings here. Position. Huh? Hello? The engine just crashed. Gamer. Alright, am I gonna have to do a full reset, or what are we gonna do? Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. I know what you're doing. Okay. Position. Sprite 0. Not position. Scale. Oh, well, that's still, actually, this is not position. That's actually, yeah, this is whatever. What was I doing? Eventually I'll have to play with shaders, too, and, like, get some visual effects out of those. I think I heard something about shaders, like, to not overcomplicate them. They're like, they only do like 3 things. They like change a color and then like change where it's being rendered or something like that. But of course, I'm too stupid to understand that. Do I want this to be large? I should probably shrink some of the other ones. Or, like, make all headers global instead of solo. Because global animations are nice, because, like, that will affect everyone in terms of, like, it just spawns at the combat root and will just whoosh all over the place rather than do nothing. 0.4. And I just want to move it down to 0, right? Hello? Time. Oh, here we go. Pop. Just pop it out of existence. Or not, actually. Like, just maybe like 0.1. 0.05. I should just go into other RPGs, yeah, and just, like, look over them, see, like, how their animations are done. Or, like, maybe break down certain combat animations. Property. Sprite 0. Copy that, and then move that, and then transparency that. Just kind of like whoosh out of existence. That is not what I want you to do. I don't want you to do that. That will be visible. Ease into nothingness. Okay, 37, because this thing won't shut up. I really should just tell it to not worry about that, because, like, that is just... It being broken is just part of the workflow. Maybe 7. Oh, my God. I should just make it use the fire breath. Let's breathe smoke on folks. Assuming the caterpillar doesn't get the chance first. Smoke breath to all. That literally just didn't do the animation I wanted it to. Oh, that's because of this, yeah. I think it's just playing the, like, fallback. Animation. Breathe, smoke, breath, smoke. Dragon, smoke. Fucking Vavel over here eating up everything. Okay, try this again. Oh, I should do Aurora Breath. I feel like I need to like mess with shaders to get some pretty colors out of that. Hello? Why are they purple? Oh, they're all getting muted, and I think that's... Is that what that is? Or like coughing? Is coughing like applying a color on them? No. Is breath poisoning them all? But they're... What? What happened there? What the fuck? Smoke is using the... Maybe I'm just not gonna use that. Maybe I'm just not gonna color the player that way, or color the enemy. That maybe just shouldn't be there. Because I think that changed mid-animation, which means that was, in fact, the animation doing that. And I just don't change it back, so it caused a mutation that just didn't get fixed. In theory, I should probably fix that during Witch. I don't think anyone got muted from that, though. I wanted to see someone get muted. Can we do it to my team? Smoke breath to allies. Huh. Is it just not getting applied? Oh, it counts as an earth attack. Forgot about that. Oh, it's just literally not assigned. Cough. Breath smoke, and like 0.25, which is still fucking really devastating if multiple people get hit by that. It's probably a very heavy technique. At least if you're a spellcaster. If you are like 4 melee crocs or something, you probably just don't care. I want to see someone get muted, or so I know that's working. Up. Okay, yeah, Wen should not be able to cast spells now. I guess we'll find out, because he's going next. Yep, cannot cast spells. In other words, don't get infected with coughing. Of course, he can cough out frost. Let's stop him from that. I just realized I don't think I have elemental resistances and affinities and stuff like that actually in the damage formula yet. I think I do need to actually pass that scope in at some point, and then it's like a little bit more involved, so I have to like think about it or like go back and figure it out. I want to mess... Well, first off, I want to like CSV for the skills. Somewhere in here I should have Aurora Breath. Do I have Aurora Breath? Breath Smoke, Breath Aurora. Aurora. Yeah, Breath. What did I misspell it before? What the fuck? Why is this not translating? Either way, this will be funny because then I could like breathe on a funny thing. Oh, I guess we have a new URL then. That is an issue of that, right? Like, it's not just me. Aurora Breath. Tech Breath Poison. I'm a fucking idiot. Aurora Breath is just fine. It's poison that I forgot to fix. Okay, it's currently using smoke. I should make that prettier. Oh no, a spam bot. I'll deal with it one day. Well, I was gonna deal with like auto-blocking a lot of the URLs, but then Twitch changed everything and I can't find where anything is, so I just didn't bother. I think it's more fun for like Radiant to say kurva to me and get blocked for bullying. I'm just gonna copy. I don't feel like opening up the CSV. Poison. Poison breath. Poisonous breath. Oh, poisonous breath. I don't want that to override this. I swear it rarely matters when I even put kurva too. Held a message for reason. Allow a bully to chat. Any of these I need to worry about right now? Nah. I could just also use the poison animation for... Like, technically it's more breathy than it is, like, actual, magic. But I have the poison spell, which can also refer to the same poison global root. It's like here, like root poison. And if I cast that spell... I could just do it here. Poison should be like down here somewhere. Oh god, what have I done? Fire, Fire 2, Hex, Magic Branch, Magnetism, Mute, Mute. I think that's supposed to be Mute too. Heal all, Tremor, Spell Magic Guard, Darkstalker, Whirlwind, Resurrect, Sway. Literally the turn wasting skill. I should make Sway like actually animate the icon. I wonder if this is gonna expend a spell slot. It should have a 100% chance to poison, okay. Oh, okay, cool, that did use the spell slot. Cool, nice, I'm glad that works. Bye. Skill, I can just hard teach poison to, like, here, when can just do that. Save, whoops. Pop in here, I need to change this at some point. Whoops. Heal, Harai, poison. Let me just change that menu because I know I'm gonna like fuck that up multiple times. Party edit? No. Edit party? Edit something? Party. Party main. Okay, here we go. 2D, and yeah, I just want to like change this so that this is properly selected one. That way I don't break everything. I swear to God. Okay, so Diz should have poison by default since I put that in here. Or not Diz, Spellfire too. I need to like get around to fixing that. Right, Wend, who, for the record, does not actually have any spell slots due to me using it. I just feel like inclined to test and make sure that this part still works. Whoops. Oh. I thought that was going to crash the game. Oh, Diz gets 2 weapons and 2 relics? I think I fucked that up. You fucking physical Diz, let's go. I broke everything. Whatever. I don't care. I'm sure it works. Famous last words. Status, nope. Status, nope. Commands, nope. Why is this in here? Go pop that shit out. Kind of can see the game coming together. Hey, wait, does Kobold's... Let me see if Kobold slashing actually works. I think that they use Claw. Fuck me, I have to go through the cutscene. I want to see if Kobolds are gonna slash if they attack. Guard. No, they're not. They should... Oh, they're using Bite. Their default is at Bite. I forgot. Kobolds just bite you. Clearly, I just need, like I said, I need to make, like, the kind of like the Pokemon biting animation, but then just add, like, the cartoon chomp from, like, Hanna-Barbera or whatever. Let's see, do I have that? Let's see how fast I can find it. Oh. Bite? Nope. Fuck. Bite. There we go. Oh god, this is all screwed up. Right, okay, what other sounds do I need? Aurora Breath is something that kind of comes later. That's probably not even going to be in Crop and Claw 2's demo. That probably will just be an attack that you see later. Trying to think. What other skills were there? Weapon skills I want to do later. I'm not like in the mindset to do weapon skills right now, because that's going to take some effort due to like how it's implemented for animations, because there's no way for the weapon to have an animation associated yet. Wait. Is there? Hold on. Attack. Basic attack. This is like what actually is run when you use a basic attack command, which goes through all your weapons, and for every weapon you have, minimum one with your natural attack if you don't have any. How does this work? Natural attack gets from that. No, don't do that. You get bound act script. Weapon X. What is getting a weapon act? Weapon act. Weapon attack. Okay. So that, oh, right, like I have the voodoo staff, which was just a placeholder item. Staff doll. Where is this stored? Combat attributes. Because somehow if you attack with the voodoo staff, it instantly turns an enemy into a doll. Like it's got a 100% chance of doing that, unless I changed it. So like, I think Wen still has that in the... somewhere. No, I think I did a thing. Okay, items. Voodoo staff is like somewhere around here. Voodoo staff. So like throw that on. It's a 100% chance because lazy. And if I attack with that, why is he all the way at the bottom of the fucking turn order? Okay, we will literally die if we do this attack, so. Here, give me something better. 3 Vipers, okay. That is a survivable encounter, so. In theory, I should be able to hit someone. Motherfucker. I was hoping I had, like, a sample I could see to, like, how I did this, and now I don't have this anymore. Okay, so... weapon attack. I get it from the meta. So okay. Weapon attack. I'd, like, if I read that, I would have, like, saved the past, like, 4 minutes. So I can say like that. Voodoo. Doll? Is it doll.skill? Doll.skill. Okay, run around. Fuck. Okay, well, maybe Wendell gets to go first. Okay, he gets to go eventually. So I should be able to turn him into a doll immediately with the auto attack. Okay, good. He is not orange, so I do need to change that. Oh, Tecton is still holding a voodoo doll, I think, from testing. Oops. Oh, wait. I also wanted to test something, goddammit. I wanted to see, like, what happens to the golem's attack and stuff when he is turned into a doll. Because what doll is supposed to do is it's supposed to be like Toad in other games or something, or like Frog, or it makes you basically useless and it changes your sprite because that's funny. Caterpillar goes next. Of course he gets to go anyways. Alright, I want to see... I didn't hit the run button. Oh my god, I can't test anything. Whatever. I'm sure it works. Which means yes, though. That does mean I can actually have weapons just have their own skills and therefore their own animation references. That's not out of the question now. I do need to pass in certain modifiers that'll come from the weapon in terms of math. But I can deal with that later. When I hate video games a little less. These are the items. Dot skill. Here, like basic. I could say like common weapons or something. Weapons. And I could store references to weapon skills in there. Where's the weapons? Oh, no dot skill in there, so that's why. So let's say I want to do basic, and I want to make like a claw slashing or whatever. Attacker? Oh, I guess I could use claws in terms of, well, deal with that later. Yes. Or I could use hug as a base for hammer. So drag that in. We say that like stat, but it's not really. Skill slash. I could even like make weapons that just attack everyone every time you hit it. Like I said, we have boomerangs in Dragon Quest, which like hit a whole group of enemies. It's just that the power is obviously like diluted significantly compared to if you had one target hit. And also with here you could even do something like delay rank. So I could say like delay rank if like maybe a good weapon actually. Well, no, I want basic attack to deliberately always be 3, because 3 is always the baseline for delay. That's like what you see as the standard. So these have these assigned already. Hammer is just hug. So these will kind of like be base skills that the weapon type might use for attacks. What was I doing? Okay, hammer. Now I actually want to look at a hammer. Like hammer iron. It's a weapon attack? Is that what it was? It was that, right? I don't feel like changing the universe's rules again if it is not. Okay, weapon attack. Make that the base hammer. Don't care about any of that stuff. Is there like a power multiplier? Oh, right. Interesting. I could set like different... Since these are like the common skills used, I can actually alter like how the formula is affecting things too. So, like maybe hammer's actually good against like stuff or something. So it's like multiply. Just make hammer really fucking good at like smashing things in or whatever. Oh, I forgot to actually give someone a hammer to test. I also don't have a hammer to test with, so... Staff would also need to, like, be similar. Staff would be, like, pansy, though. Like, maybe it just has a really shitty physical scaling or something. It's like hammer, iron. Iron hammer. Who gets the hammer? You know what? Here you go, Tecton. That's not hammer. That's not. Here you go, Tecton. You get a hammer. Oh, that gives him a fuck ton of strength. Okay. So in theory, if I attack with Tecton, or everyone will just die because the Golem got to attack first. Victory. Never mind, like Glist once again like avoids everything and just manages to not get hit. Okay. Run around in circles, get into another counter. Okay, if Tecton attacks, he should do the like bludgeoning attack animation I did because he is using the hammer. Okay, and it works. Gamer. Now I just have to add that to every hammer in the game. While something's getting chainsawed in the background. Weapon, attack. Hammer. Damn it. And then of course if I wanted like a special hammer that like, you know, bypasses certain attacks or whatever, like does different things, you just override this skill. So I could say like staff. Staff. Really would also use bludgeon, but maybe I like want some slight nuances to it. Physical, physical. I could just say like, oh yeah, staff isn't actually that good normally. So it like actually multiplies your damage down. Since these are deterministic, well, it's actually not going to be easy to show. I do need to, like, add randomization to damage eventually, as well as, like, make sure the formulas work, and then, like, pass them off to Argel to, like, actually be balanced. It's already been 3 hours. I guess I should retire soon. Like, I say retire, it's more like I have to, like, work on other stuff after this, so... Not even related to this. This is the fun stuff. Also not fun because effort. All this stuff is like why I can't get the game out. But yeah, so like I can get basic animations by this and also like do that through weapon items. I could do like shuriken. They use the item throw skill, which think this one's a base template. I could like override that and just make it unique here. So like behaviors. Wait, no, what is this? Is this a skill? Yes. Assets, right. Yeah, I could just pass in the slashing here. And I'll just have like a unique shuriken slash for that. And, well, who is more fit to throw a shuriken than, Glist? So let's get down to Glist over here. Come on. I don't have shuriken in my inventory. I need shuriken in my inventory real fast. Items. God, look at this. Just so quick. Like, get in there and get out. It's so easy and fast. 3 Vipers. Oh, good. Glist gets to go immediately. Alright, kill someone with it. Whoosh. Doesn't play the animation. You're wrong. I fucking hate you. Kill yourself. Combat animation. Why would we not play the combat animation? /0. Ugh, damn it. /0. I'm literally typing /0. /0. Why are we not... I didn't hear noise. Did this get, like, be invisible? Is that what's happening? Do I need to, like, manually make that visible real fast? Did I put shuriken in my inventory? Okay, I did. Okay, Tecton gets to throw a shuriken this time. No, it's just being a penis. Okay, why? Ouch. Actually, my back does kill me, so maybe I should hop in, take a shower probably, and then do whatever work I have to do next. Honestly, I'm getting a lot of the frameworks together and like the sort of putting the structure together to get refined later, so I don't feel bad about what was done. I got a few other bugs that were like sitting around that I just never fixed. The one where like you just like respawn on a destination when you reloaded a save instead of like up here where you saved. That's fixed, I think, I hope. Because I had to brute force it where it's such a... Okay, if you're going to change the zone and the destination target is like -1, then just load... Don't overwrite the like target tile. Just load the target tile. Don't be stupid about this. So I think... I think I got this. I think this is going good. Yeah, I'd say a lot of this pre-work is to smooth things out. Well, yeah, like, that's the thing, like, a lot of stuff is just making sure the innate... Like, Cropic Law 1, right? Like, I did not do any fucking, like, verification of stuff working before we made content. We went straight into the content. Like, there was nothing to that. So I was just, like... again, like, 6 months, right? We had 6 months to do it before Greenery Day. And you don't really go far with that. Well, I'm gonna, like, probably do the thing where I disengage here. I'm gonna see if we got funny... I never get to mess with these raids. I always forget to do raids or whatever. Let's see... Oh, Joel is actually streaming. I guess I'll pop that in. Antivirus survivors, skin freaks. I don't know what any of these video games are. Does that work? There, I'll just do that. And next time on Dragon Ball Z, I guess more of these. We'll like do maybe more skills. I'll do more skills. Maybe I'll start to get some cutscene stuff out of the way that I've been like slacking on. That'd be nice. But for now, I guess it's time to disengage. Good night and good fucking luck.